of everyone. If it is clean, then it is cleansed. And if it is dirty, just like if you keep yourself unclean, then you contaminate some disease. And if you keep yourself clean, then you don't contaminate. If you take action, remaining. Therefore, according to Vedic civilization, one has to cleanse himself 3 times a day. 3 sandha, morning, early in the morning, again at noon, again in the evening. Those who are strictly following the Brahminical rules and regulations, Vaishnava also, Vaishnava means he is already Brahmin. He must follow the rules and Sattva, Sama, Dhamma, Titikha, Java, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikam. So, cleanliness is next to godliness. So, actually, our material condition life means the mind is covered with dirt or unclean, dirty things. That is the disease. When we are in the lower stage of tamoguna and rajoguna, these dirty things are very much prominent. Therefore, one has to raise himself from the position of tamoguna and rajoguna to sattoguna. The process is recommended how to cleanse the mind. Sinnatang Sakatha Krishna Punna Savana Kirtan. One has to hear the Krishna Katha. Krishna is within everyone's heart. And when he sees that a conditioned soul, because the individual soul is part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna wants that this individual soul, Rascal, is so much attached on this material enjoyment, which is the cause of his bondage, birth and death, old age and disease. And he is so full that he does not take into consideration that why I should be subjected to repetition of birth, death, old age and disease. He has become so full. Mura. Therefore they have been described Mura. Ass, just like ass, does not know why he is loading so much, so many cloths of the washer man. What for? He has no profit, none of the cloth belong to him. The washer man gives a little morsel of grass, which is available everywhere. But the ass thinks that this morsel of grass is given by the washer man, therefore I must carry the heavy load, although not a single cloth belongs to me. This is called karmis. The karmis are these big karmis, big multi-millionaires. They are just like us, because they are working so hard, not only this big, small also, day and night, but eating 2 chapatis or 3 chapatis, or at most 4 chapatis. But he is working hard, so hard. These 3-4 chapatis can be had easily even by the poorest man. And why he is working so hard? Because they is thinking I am responsible for maintaining such a big family. Similarly, leaders also, public leader, a politician, he is also thinking like that without me, all the members of my nation will die. So let me work day and night up to the point of my death, or up to the point until I am killed by somebody, I have to work so hard. These are called dirty things. Ahamameti. Ahamame. Ahamame mamabhimanatthai. These dirty things that take individual, social, political, communal, or national, anyway, these two things, ahamameti is very prominent. I belong to this family, I belong to this nation, I belong to such and such community, I have got such and such duty. But he does not know these are all false designations. That is called ignorance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore begins his instruction. Jive Swarupa Nitya Krishna Das. The actual position is the eternal servant of Krishna. That is the actual position. But he is thinking, I am servant of this family, I am servant of this nation, I am servant of this community, servant of so many. Ahamameti. This is due to ignorance, the mode of tamo. Therefore in the previous verse it is said, Guneshu Saktam Bandhaya. So long you will be attached with this Gunesh. Even if you will be attached to the Satagun, that is also Bandhaya. Suppose Satagun means the symbolic presentation is perfect Brahman. So even if we are very perfect Brahman, so I think that I am such a learned person, I understand the Vedic principles, so I, the same moment, the same principle. But if you are raised in the Satagun, then there is chance of understanding your position. In the Tamagun and Rajagun, you cannot. Tamagun, Rajagun, you remain like animals, like cats and dogs. But when you come to the platform of Satagun, that you can come by following the principle, and then the attachment, Guneshu Saktam, Bandhaya, then your condition life, on account of being attached to the material qualities, will be finished. How? Simple thing. Everyone can attain to the platform of Satagun if he follows the instruction. In Bhagavad Gita, the same thing is said in different Vedic languages and Vedic scriptures. Sadatam Gita intamamam yatantascha dhyaprata namashantascha man bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. This is the process. And in another place it is said, Sinnadana Sapata Krishna Punna Savana Kirtana Riddam Tasva Avadrani Vidunati Suhit Satam. The process is that you try to hear about Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha is there in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is speaking. That is Krishna Katha. And Srimad Bhagavatam about Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmanandasya. Speaking about Krishna, the original person. So we have to hear the Krishna Katha. This temple or the center is open to give chance to the people in general come and hear Krishna Bhakti. This satsang. This is called satsang. Satam prasanga mamavid samvida bhavanti karna kasana. If you hear gradually, because we do not hear Krishna Katha on account of dirty things in the heart. So we have to cleanse it out. And that process is Chetadarpanamarjana, Parang Vijayate, Sri Krishna Sankirtan. If we chant and dance, then the dirty things become cleansed. Chetadarpanamarjana. Cheta Kalu Asa Bandhaya Muktaya Chatmanomatam. Cheta, this heart, is the cause of our bondage, and the heart is the cause of our liberation. When it is dirty, then it is cause of bondage, conditional life. Conditional life means that janma mrityu jaradhati. I take one birth, one body, and I stay for some time, enjoy or suffer. There is no question of enjoyment, only suffering. And then again I die, tata dehantara prapti, and I get another body, and again begin another life, maybe a very good life, or maybe cats and dogs life, a tree's life, that we do not know. But dehantara prapti, but there is change of body. As soon as I die, give up this body, another body. Immediately I will have to enter the womb of mother through the grace of the father, and I will have to develop another body, and I will be fit for working. I come out and again another chapter of my life begins. This is conditional life. So, the human life is meant for understanding how we are undergoing the stimulation of birth and death, old age and disease. The cats and dogs, they cannot understand. That is not possible. Therefore, for human life, so many Vedic literatures are. Not for the cats and dogs. If you don't take advantage of this Vedic literature, there is no need of education. It is not needed that one has to become very learned scholar. No. Satsang, here. Sthane sthita sutigatam tanuvam gunohi. You remain in your position, but go to a person who is speaking Krishna Katha, here, that's all. Anyone can do that. Why is it difficult? So our this Krishna consciousness movement is there. We give chance to the people to hear about Krishna. That is our method. Therefore we have specifically mentioned Krishna consciousness. We don't talk any other nonsense things. We don't talk. We have no other business. Simply talk of Krishna. That will be important. Sinnatham Sakata Krishna. Purna Savanapit. Even if you do not understand a single word, if you simply hear, then you become pious. It is so nice. Sinnatham Sakata Krishna. Purna Savanapit. Savana means when there is talks of Krishna, somebody is hearing and somebody is talking. Savana and Kirtan. Just like here in this meeting. I am talking, you are hearing. Both of us are being benefited. Savana Kirtan. Sinnatham Sakata Krishna. Krishna wants this. That these rascals may begin to hear and chant about me. Sadatam Kirtan Mom. Mom, Krishna. Not other. Don't talk politics. And don't talk sociology and these or that nonsense. This is all dirty things. Don't waste your time. There is no use of reading so many rascal knowledge. They are called Tadbhaya Sathilsam. Tadbhaga Vishadka Janataha Viprava. Natat Vachastitta Padama Hare Jasha. Any literature which does not glorify the Supreme Lord Hari, that is Vayasatitham. Vayasatitham means the place where the crows enjoy. Vayasatitham. So, this Krishna consciousness movement is giving chance people to become pious. Punna Savana Kirtana. How? I have no money, how can I become pious? I cannot give in charity, I cannot go to take bath in the Ganges, and so many there are pious activities. Tamasa Brahmacharjina, Tyagina, Jamina, Vyamina, there are so many processes to become pious. In the Shastra there are recommendations to do this, to become pious. So, in this Kali Yuga, people have lost all stand how to become pious. They are so simple. But here is the only means to simply come here and hear about Krishna. You have got ears, Krishna has given you ears, and Krishna has given you tongue also. You can speak just like we are reciting the verses. So, the tongue is there, the ear is here, there, and you can hear from realized soul and make your living perfect simply by hearing. Sinnatanga Sakata Krishna Punna Savana Kirtan. Because one cannot be devotee unless he is purified. A sinful man cannot become a devotee. Duskiti. It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Namang duskitinam mudha. One class of man, duskitinam, always committing sinful life. Such rascals, such foolish men, duskitinam mudha. Namang duskitinam mudha prapadrantu naradhava. Naradhava means lowest of the mankind. Why lowest of the mankind? Because the human life is meant for purifying your existence. You are under condition of birth, death, old age, and here is the chance to purify yourself. If you don't do that, then you are mura, duskitina, naradhama. You don't take chance. Mura, naradhama. So this class of men, they are not interested. They will suffer this material existence continually, one after another. Bhutya praliyate. One life, and he gets one life very opulent, but then he doesn't care for what is next life. Let me drink and enjoy, eat, drink and be merry. This is going on all over the world. But Shastra says, no, it is not good. You are doing mistake. You are doing mistake. Lunam pramatta kurute become. You have become mad and you are engaged in doing all forbidden things which you should not do. You are doing that. And why you are doing that? Lunam pramatta kurute become. Karma, akarma. Karma means regulated principle work, and become means just the opposite. Unlawful activities. That is called become. And akarma means you can work, but you are not affected by the result. As it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Jagyathe karmanatra lokayam karma bandhana. If you act for Krishna, or Jagga, then you are not affected, good or bad result, neutral. So, generally people, they act because they are in the Tamagun, Rajagun, they don't care for future life and they are habituated to do anything. They eat anything, just like hog, eating stool. They do not care for shastric injunction. irresponsible, just like street boy. He has no education, he doesn't care for anything, whatever he likes he does, the father and mother does not take care. So, life in tamagun and rajagun is that carelessness. So, such person simply acts unlawful. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma. Why? Jat indriya pritaya apnoti, simply for sense gratification. Simply for sense gratification. I have seen one hotel man in Calcutta. He cut the throat of the chicken and the chicken half cut. It was flapping and jumping. The child of the hotel man, he was crying and the hotel man was laughing. He was taking pleasure. How this chicken half cut throat and happily jumping. And why you are crying? Why you are crying? And in Western countries, I think, the students are sometimes taken to slaughterhouse to see. Is it a fact? They take pleasure. Doing something sinful, they take pleasure. But pleasure sake, they do that. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma. Jat indriya pritaya, simply for the matter of sense gratification. So, the Shastra says, no, this is not good. This is not good. Nasadhuvaya, jato atmanayam, asannapi klesha. Oh, but they have no brain. This body is temporary, but it is full of suffering. Although it is temporary, one can say, this body is temporary, so what do I care? But it is painful, we have to suffer. Nunam pramatta kurite vikarma jad indriya pritaya atmanam nasadu manne jato atmanoyam asannapi klesha. They have no brain that this material body is klesha, is simply miserable. That is so dark. That is tamagun. Tamagun means completely darkness. Just like animals. You take one animal, you cut its throat, another animal is standing and eating grass. He does not know the next turn is mine. This is animal. So people have become, especially in this Kali Yuga, but this Krishna consciousness movement is trying to give this rascal little sense that don't remain animal, become human being. This is the propaganda. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna bhuya jeev anadi bohitmo kathay mahatare jay samsaradi tuk. Krishna bhuya, forgetting his relationship with Krishna, one is simply acting foolishly, and the Maya is giving him miseries, one after another, one after another, one after another. Another place, it is saying that Anadi Gohimukh Jeev Krishna bhuli gela, Atay Krishna Veda Purana Koriya. We have forgotten Krishna. Therefore, there are Vedas and Puranas and Vedic literature. It is for human being. Vedas to Sarvaya Ahamiva Veda. If we study this Vedic literature, Vedic literature means 4 Vedas, 18 Puranas, and Vedanta, and Upanishad, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and any literature which is connected with this Vedic literature. That is also Vedic literature. So Veda Purana, this Vedic literature should be utilized. They have got time to read so many nonsense literature, rubbish literature, and waste time. But if you invite them, that come here, we shall discuss Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, or Vedanta Sutra, similar literature. Nobody will come. But simply by hearing, if we want, Vidam Jala Mana Suddham, if we become free from this contamination of Tamoguna and Rajoguna, that is the high stage of perfection. That can be done simply by hearing Krishna Katha. No education required. Simply come and hear. Sinnatana Sakata Krishna Punnasava. Because it will be purified. As you hear and repeat, chant, it becomes purified. Sinnatana Sakata Krishna Punnasavana Pitam. Riddham Tasavadrani. These dirty things. Mola. Here it is said, Kamalobha, this is moloi. Mola means dirty things. And what are these? Kama and lobha. Lusty desires, lobha, greediness and lusty desires. These are mola. So one has to become free from these two things, Kama and Lobha. The whole world is going on Kama and Lobha. One is getting money. When he has got 1,000, he wants 1 lakh. If he gets 1 lakh, he wants more and more and more. This is called Kama. And why? Lobha. They are making profit. They have got enough money. Still, they will hold stock, will not sell, so that people may not get stock and they will encourage, they will pay any price demanded. These are going on. Kama and Lobha. Kama Lobha Devi. So you have to cleanse this heart. The Mahamameti, they are doing all these things. These are not good things. Asadhve, nasadhuvanne. This is not good for a human being. Why it is not good? Because according to your karma, you will get another next life, another next body, and you have to suffer. Again you have to suffer. You are already suffering. You may be very rich man, but does it mean that you will not be diseased? Because you are rich man? No. This is suffering. You may be very rich man, very, I mean to say, influencer man, prime minister. Even John Allen, last time he became paralyzed. So, you cannot avoid these things. Therefore Krishna says, Janamamittu Jara Vyadi, Dukkha Dosham. You should not be puffed up because you have got some bank balance, you are happy. No. Your real unhappiness is 4 things. Janamamittu Jara. That any intelligent man should always keep in front that these are my distresses, temporary distresses, and to believe it, that is not very good. You must make ultimate finishing of all distresses. That is Bhakti Yoga. That is Bhakti Yoga. And that Bhakti Yoga begins this by hearing and chanting. Sindatan Sakata Krishna Pannasavana Kirtana Riddhanta Avastani. If you continually hear, then gradually all the dirty things, Kama Lobhadaya, these things will be finished and you will be purified, then you will understand your relationship with Krishna and then you will be happy. Thank you very much.
बोलिए आप लोग बोलेगा आपने लिखा है मैं तो सो रहा हूँ
बहुत सारा है अभी आप कुछ बोलिए
बस 10 बार वो बोलेगा।
Christian devotees, so we'll be ending the Zoom. Thank you very much for joining the morning Bhagavatam class.